Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice and to My Choice Tuesday, where I've chosen to tear off all external disguises and reveal myself as the true unicorn that I am, who loves to play Beat Saber and dance and sing on top of really tall rocks and not fall over in music videos that happened recently, and also who apparently likes to invade Dundee. A story I have yet to hear. In fact, this will be my very first time hearing Gloryhammer perform the Unicorn Invasion of Dundee. I have been waiting for this moment. I'm so excited that we're going to be hearing Thomas Winkler's glorious voice sing us this wonderful story. A little bit of backstory first. Okay, I love the fantasy realm that Gloryhammer has developed. It's incredible. And this is going to set us in the right timeline. In a fantasy version of 10th century Scotland, as previously foretold, the evil wizard Zargothrax, what a killer name, invades and conquers Dundee with an army of corrupted undead unicorns, kidnapping the Princess Iona McDougal, the Prince of the Kingdom of Fife, Angus McFife, sung by Thomas Winkler, swears revenge. In a dream, he has a vision of 3 artifacts that will allow him to defeat Zargothrax and sets off on a quest to acquire them. This is easily the best setup for a song ever. I'm sorry, undead unicorns invading? This sounds like a dream come true. Let's get to it.
The Unicorn Invasion of Dundee. With the first light of dawn, static her sights on Dundee. Led by the sorcerer Zargothrax, slaying all people he sees. They ride to war on once noble beasts, corrupted by wizard spell. The unicorns used to be good, now they are forced to serve him. Down from the mountains and they cross the river Tay. An army of undead unicorns are riding into the fray. Fireballs and lightning are raining from the sky. Chaos and bloodshed while all the people die. In this epic battle begins the final war. Tragedy will strike the same. Prepare for the Unicorn Invasion of Dundee.
I love the Unicorn Invasion of Dundee. That part is so much fun. It feels very Gilbert and Sullivan in a lot of ways. And also, I feel like unicorns are very fierce creatures in this. Like, rawr. But I just have to say, Thomas Winkler's voice is such a powerhouse. I love the way you hear his voice so present throughout all of his range. It is extremely powerful, and it has texture as well, right? You have some grit in there, and it can be cleaner, it can be grittier. It's got some nice control. I'm going to go back to the beginning because I was listening so fiercely for these words and the story, and I feel like I just couldn't catch every single little vocal detail and every single story detail that I wanted to. So we're listening again. Surprise.
The Unicorn Invasion of Dundee.
Perfect beginning. I love it. I love it. I love it. Especially now that I know that they had that line later in the song. I like that they called back to it because it's such a sticky line.
The Unicorn Invasion of Dundee.
Oh wait, I also like the harmony in it.
The Unicorn Invasion of Dundee.
Cool.
They came with the first light of dawn, static her sights on Dundee. Led by the sorcerer Zargothrax, slaying all people he sees. They ride to war on once noble beasts, corrupted by wizard spell. The unicorns used to be good, now they are forced to serve him.
I love the way he really pulled up some more beefiness on the word hell. It really had like a lot of impact going into it there. Also love the costumes, of course. It's really cool. The layered leather I know is going to be a little bit more comfy, hopefully to sing in. I think it's so funny that the keyboard's eyes, his eyes are like kind of hovered over because a lot of times keyboardists are looking at their fingers, so that way he doesn't really have to like look up at the audience a bunch, he can just be like, yeah, fingers, they're right there. He probably looks at the audience too, though. Let's be real. But it's pretty dang awesome. Let's keep going.
Down from the mountains and across the river Tay.
So I think we might be getting an extra harmony, maybe from like in post. I'm not sure here. But I love that harmony. It's been wonderful how they added this too as a way to build up the energy in the track. Right, of course we have just his solo voice at first, and then we have like one harmony, and then I think that later on we had another one add in. Let's go back.
Down from the mountains and across the river Tay. An army of undead unicorns are riding into the fray.
His enunciation is amazing. It's really, really active. His mouth is very, very active. Whew.
The undead unicorns are riding into the fray. Fireballs and lightning are raining from the sky. Chaos and bloodshed while all the people die. In this epic battle begins the final war. Tragedy will strike the same, preparing for Unicorn Invasion of Dundee.
Yeah, I love the way he uses his singing hole in combination with the vocal folds going wacka wacka wacka. He is taking the source, which is wacka wacka wacka, creating a pitch, and then he might put a little bit of distortion on top of that, which happens after he creates the pitch, not with the same pitch creating mechanism. Okay, note. And then that is shaped up here as the filter, and his mouth acts as a wonderful filter to make that into things like vowels and consonants, and it's just delightful shaping that is really easy to understand and also is very consistent. I like it all very much.
The townspeople have little hope. They were not ready for war. Fireballs make everybody die, and buildings collapse to the floor.
Just noted. Fireballs make everybody die. It's oh, the D&D nerd in me is dying so hard because there are those moments when you know you've got like a chaotic wizard who or sorceress that randomly like sprouts a beard and or it's like, hey, I'm gonna do fireball on the whole party here, and yeah, you can have total party kill essentially. You can just destroy everybody with one fireball. Note: fireballs make everybody die. Okay. Continue.
Make everybody die.
No, we need that line one more time. It's so good.
Ready for war. Fireballs make everybody die.
Compliments. We're gonna hear it one more time, I swear. Fire. It's not fireballs, but it's fireballs make. Wow, that diction. Yo.
Buildings collapse to the floor. Fireballs make everybody die. And buildings collapse to the floor. The beautiful princess was raped and taken to prison with cry. Handless my priceless and mighty youth. I will make Zargothrax die.
Oh, that was a beautiful production of the word die. It had so much body and depth in the sound, but it had like brightness to it as well. It was a beautiful combination of timbral balance in there. I loved it.
Mighty youth. I will make Zargothrax die. The forces of darkness are invading proud Dundee. They must find a hero to save its destiny. Fireballs and lightning are raining from the sky. Chaos and bloodshed while all the people die. In this epic battle begins the final war. Tragedy will strike the same, preparing for Unicorn Invasion of Dundee.
I love it. This is the chorus then. I love the ending of the chorus. It is so catchy. So very catchy. What a fun way to end, especially we've had these really long lines, very much, power metals, just sweeping melodies Of course, you have these blast beats going underneath as well, which, gives us tons of energy. Feels maybe like we're in a battle, or maybe there's a bunch of unicorns that are trampling, undead unicorns at that. But then to have this like really quick wordy thing after these long vocal lines, it makes it even more catchy, even more punchy. It's really, really fun. I love that writing so very much. I should mention, I saw another person in the band singing that I hadn't seen at first, singing with Angus McFife. And maybe that was the person that was singing the backup vocal on the early line when I said, oh, is that maybe post? Not sure. It's possible we have other mics and people singing on them throughout. Boop! Here we go. Wow. Savor the moment. His voice? I think it might have been. I'm not sure. It sounded creepy and evil and fun, and I love that character so much. I feel like, of course, I love that character. I believe that character is, I believe in this setting that he's supposed to be Zargothrax, which apparently I'm aligned with by nature of being a unicorn. I don't know how I feel about being on the other side of this battle from Angus McFife. And the glorious Gloryhammer, which I believe at some point he might go find, possibly. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty terrifying, being in the unicorn's shoes here. But Zargothrax is pretty powerful, so we should be able to prevail, right? Right. But guys, he has chainmail. I wonder if that's real chainmail. Chainmail is like heavy. It's very heavy. You can get various versions of chainmail. Sometimes you can get like plastic or foam ones that aren't as heavy and look pretty dang realistic, and those are way more comfortable to wear for cosplay. But if you get the like actual metal kind, it's very heavy and it's very expensive. Yeah. Anyhow, I'm really curious what kind of chainmail that is. Ridiculous question that I might ask the band when I see them soon at Bloodstock. That's right, I will be getting to see this amazing band very soon performing in the UK. This is one of the key reasons why I had to get a unicorn video in before we get to see them live. So by the way, if you're in the UK during Bloodstock, give us a shout out on the channel. We're gonna be saying hello to everybody there, and we might be asking silly questions like, what's your chainmail made of? Let's get back to it. That solo. That was such a good guitar solo. It definitely needs to be in Guitar Hero. I don't think it is yet. It should be. Petition for this to be in Guitar Hero. And I love the way everybody gathered around. It felt like the guitar became this secret weapon that they had in store that they were defeating or fighting the undead unicorns with, perhaps. Really, really cool guitar solo. I'm going to go back and listen to it again. I love the facets. I just had this like pow moment. I was thinking about Thomas Winkler's vibrato earlier, as unicorns do. And I felt that it had a distinct frequency to it that I was trying to place. And I just realized I think that Thomas Winkler will sometimes match his vibrato to an electric guitar vibrato. That can go faster or slower, but if I think about like the width and the frequency of a vibrato on an electric guitar, I think it's very similar to Thomas Winkler's vibrato. So I wonder if that was an inspiration or if he does that consciously or not at all. I don't know. So good. Oh, so good.
Down from the mountains and across the river Tay, an army of undead unicorns are riding into the fray. Fireballs and lightning are raining from the sky. Chaos and bloodshed while all the people die.
This is great. So I love that they've done essentially a pre-chorus and a chorus here. And in this, it's probably, it's getting to the final chorus time, right? After the big instrumental, you have to sort of bring it back and have somehow this chorus be bigger than the choruses that have come before. And since we've had blast beats going and just tons of sound the whole time, like lots of things going on, the way to actually up it is to slow those other things down. And you just get this like really big focus on the vocal line. So if you listen, you'll hear a bunch of the sounds actually drop out. You have essentially a pad, some synths, I think some string synths are what we hear probably being played by the keyboard. And I think we have a bass in there too. Maybe a guitar chord. I'll listen for that as well. So you don't have all of these extra sounds in between though. You just have the vocal line carrying over. That's coming back to what I said earlier too about the vocal line being really long and extended at these points. And then when you get to the Unicorn Invasion of Dundee, it goes much faster, which is part of why that line was punchy, right? So this was a brilliant way to up the chorus by actually removing a bunch of that rhythmic energy. And then we're probably going to have a drop back in where it all comes back in. And it's even more satisfying because we have felt the lack of it. Okay, let's go back. Huh?
Down from the mountains,
oh, perfect. Sweet chorus.
across the river Tay, an army of undead unicorns are riding into the fray. Fireballs and lightning are raining from the sky. Chaos and bloodshed while all the people die. Fireballs and lightning are raining from the sky. Chaos and bloodshed while
Yes, that's what I have to say. Because if we need to up it again, how do we do that? We already took this stuff out to give it a difference in texture. What do? Key change. Shift it up. That was the perfect way to make it become even more epic. I love it. Okay, we're gonna go back and catch the key change again. It's so satisfying.
raining from the sky. Chaos and bloodshed while all the people die. Fireballs and lightning are raining from the sky. Chaos and bloodshed while all the people die. In this epic battle begins the final war. Threatening will strike the stage, preparing for the Unicorn Invasion of Dundee.
That's so high to speak those words that quickly.
Battle begins the final war. Threatening will strike the stage, preparing for the Unicorn Invasion of Dundee.
Wow.
Dundee.
Oh, I love the extra Dundee at the end. This is so good. Let's do that. Just that ending again. I love the last tagline. It's sticky.
It's the final war. Threatening will strike the stage, preparing for the Unicorn Invasion of Dundee. Dundee.
Yes. Is it bad that I kind of actually want the unicorns to win? I mean, unicorns are pretty awesome. I guess maybe undead unicorns aren't as awesome, but unicorns are pretty awesome. So I feel like maybe the unicorns should win. Or maybe the reason we don't have unicorns anymore is because the unicorns lost. And this actually, this did take place a long time ago, I believe, 10th century Scotland. The lore and the fun of Gloryhammer are unparalleled. I adore it so much. It's amazing, first of all, that it is just so nerdy and ridiculous. I love costumes, obviously. But in addition to that, they're really good musicians. And Thomas Winkler in particular has got a killer voice. Oh my goodness. I am very excited to get to hear them live at Bloodstock here very soon. So if you guys aren't at Bloodstock, I hope that you will be tuning into the channel. We're going to be doing some live updates about things going on there. Definitely check that out. It's going to be really, really fun. And I have to tell you, it will be my first metal music festival that I have ever attended. Slightly terrified in all the best of ways. If you guys want to make more recommendations, especially on songs that let me bring out my true unicorn self, please put those in the comments down below this video. And I would love to get to know you all better. We are here every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday on YouTube when we're doing premieres. We have a live chat. I am there, and I love talking with you. Seriously, so come and say hello. And you can also find me and talk with me and play video games with me. Maybe we can kill each other in Among Us sometime just for fun. Okay, it's a video game, not really. I adore you all. So that happens in our Patreon. If you want to come hang out, come join our Patreon. And you can also find courses about music in general and about singing. And maybe someday I'll put a course up about how to be a unicorn. That's all at thecharismaticvoice.com. If you haven't seen a music video with a unicorn on this channel, go watch it. It's way too much fun. Okay, thank you. See you soon. I don't know how this is going to go on. What's... Meh. Yeah? Ah! Hashtag headphones and horns don't go together. Hashtag unicorns need headphones too.